The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday. Welcome to the show. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 94 degrees. The high today is 95. The low tonight is 74. We will be in the 90s until late next week.
I like it. That is my boy, my right-hand man.
Yes. Look how
the senior pastor.
Look how he already started.
The head deacon. Leader of the men's group. Kurt Daniels. That is the nefarious one. Fat boy. Let him say that. The hog
he
of the
asked
group.
for that. Y'all don't get on Jesse. He asked for that. Nate asked for that.
The hog of the group, Nate Newton. This is our leader. The head.
The
head of
Jesus,
the show.
Jesse. Wow.
Shannon Gross. That's Chris Beam in the back. We forget about Chris sometimes. That's Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Chris is on one today.
Always on
cussing
time.
in the
Yeah,
pregame.
cussing in the pregame.
Wow. I am Jesse Holley. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
All right. How are y'all today?
All right.
How was your session yesterday, Jess? Did you get some stuff off your chest?
Yeah, this is I'm transitioning seasons.
Okay.
I'm transitioning seasons. I'm leaving the you're welcome season.
Right.
Okay. My you're welcome season was a lot of times. I'm taking you through my therapy sessions. A lot of times we, as people, as human beings, we have to spend a little bit of time in your welcome. Even when people don't do right by us, even when things don't go our way, we have to understand that we are an abundant of blessings. And so anytime I'm able to give to people, whether it's through this microphone, through my givings, through my kindness, whatever it is, it's your welcome. Right. It's no matter what you do with it or do to me, it's still your welcome. Yeah. It's no matter how you think about me or perceive
you coming
me.
at me?
I'm not saying you. Not saying you. Not saying you. Not saying you. But it's you're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's no matter however you want things to go in your life, it's just your welcome. So I'm leaving out of your welcome season and I'm in the growth season. This is going to be my growth season. This is the season where I'm growing. But within that, there are going to be some growing pains. I have to understand that as the leader of shows, as the leader of people, that in the growing season, you have to be able to elevate yourself, elevate others around you, be transparent. You have to be open, honest, but also understand that everything a part of growing is you got to break through some things. In order to break through some things, it's going to be a little bit of hurt in the growing season. So that's where we're at. That's what sets me.
So if you come in one day and need a hug,
I'm growing.
We'll give you a hug.
Give me a hug.
Hey,
I'm growing.
Let us know if you need it.
I'm growing.
All right.
You're welcome.
There you go. There you go. That's it, right? You are all welcome.
So we got Kurt in the you're welcome seasons. When he get out of that season, you jump into the that season.
You're welcome. Okay. Listen, Kurt, every single day we get information from Kurt.
We do.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's Kurt. That's Kurt saying to y'all, you're welcome.
It's for every. And here's another thing. A lot of people jump on Kurt because Kurt doesn't talk a lot. That's just who Kurt is. You go have a beer with Kurt, he doesn't talk a lot. Kurt, I would argue Kurt brings more to the show, just as much, if not more, to the show
than you. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Me 1,000%. I just show up and screw things up.
This right here makes us know that he brings a lot.
Let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
Kurt's behind the scenes.
Yeah. Possible ideas is what it's called.
Kurt, and the good thing about Kurt is he's not afraid to ask a question on behalf of the fans. Like, he may know the answer, but he likes to throw things out there. Well, what about this? Or what if this? And what if this? And I think 80% of the time you know the answer. I think you just are dumbing it down for people that don't work in this building.
No.
Like, could Zeke
Like me.
Circus be a problem? Crowd will be cheering for him.
Oh, listen, we all bring Kurt.
I'll just do my little part. To
He
this big
does
show, so
more.
I'm just
than
riding your
enough.
coattails.
He does more than enough. Kurt is.
But this second one, I'm not going to read.
I think Nate's ready to get on with the show.
No. I'm just no. Go ahead on. I'm just
let's get
I
on.
just read one of his ideas, but I'm not reading the second.
Oh, that's the one.
You just
know
read
what?
it?
No, I've been glancing at it, but I want to
He
stay
just
away
read
from
it.
it.
Kurt
You
said
know
it
what?
3 hours ago, 4 or 5 hours ago.
Let's just strike the match and just throw it into the room
flame?
right now.
I'm not.
Kurt's. This is what Nate, because when I walked in today, I was like, if we talk about, if we bring this up on the show, our fans are going to lose their mind. So let's bring it up. Let's just right out of the gate. Let's just get it out there.
Let's address the elephant in the. Let's address the elephant.
Yes, sir. I am the.
By the way, those cookies put me out yesterday
I
afternoon.
went to sleep soon.
3 o'clock, I'm on a
bruh.
Zoom call, and my head's falling back against the wall, and my eyes are like, ugh.
Thanks,
Get
Chris.
No cookies.
Stuff will get you.
They will. All right, Kurt, you want to
read it?
You want to do it?
Since you got all that,
Go
right?
ahead.
The
Go ahead.
question
Number 2.
number 2 is there's 2 parts to it. It's one,
He's already explained.
Go ahead,
it.
Kurt. I got your back, brother. I got you.
quarterback, New England's quarterback, Mac Jones, third year. He's had a different offensive coordinator every year. So one, that's
Right.
how does that affect him?
He's had Matt
2.
Patricia even one of his years. Who doesn't even
Yeah, he was
coach
a defensive
offense.
guy. Also, if you look at compare him and Dak to their season so far after 3 games, it's short, obviously, but
These are not Kurt's words.
these are my words.
This is from a website.
But one, their stats are pretty similar, and 2, Pro Football Focus actually has Mac Jones ranked higher than Dak Prescott.
In what?
Just in their grading system, which take it or leave it, how they grade things.
Right.
But
Sometimes
they have it,
they're
and they have him graded. They have Mac Jones graded like 15th, and Dak graded like 26th or something like that.
In the league?
In the league.
Out of 32.
Yeah. So
This year or their career?
that's this year so far. After it's
So
only
far
3
this year.
games, but I don't know how you. Yesterday, we didn't have such kind words to say
Yeah,
about
Jackson.
Mac Jones. So I don't know. Where does that leave us with where we are?
Well, it
So,
seemed that the thing is, it seems like we have this conversation every year and multiple times a year. Like, where is Dak on this? You know, he's gone from touching the edge of the top tiers of quarterbacks, and then you read something like this, and he's in the bottom half of the quarterback for this season. He's never quite cracked that upper echelon, that top 5 or 3 quarterbacks. And this year, I mean, just the sample size is
small.
it's so screwed up because of the games that they were in and the flow of the game. But it's like every year we ask this same question, you know, and why are we asking that question every year, year after year after year? Like there's Dak fans out there, there's Dak haters. You're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, unless you are Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. And you know what? Even if we had those guys, there's still going to be people that are wanting to fire them after certain games.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, you know, here we are again, 3 games in, and we're asking that question again. And what's this? Year 8? Year 7? 8? 8? Mm-hmm. Is this going to be a question we ask about Dak? Is this going to be a question we ask about anybody that's in that position for this team? Like, what is that?
2-part answer.
Ooh, you got me. I like the calm voice. He's about to bring something.
Thinking about this.
Yeah.
2-part answer. And this is the gift and the curse that of the world that we live in today.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes information can be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody now has websites. Everybody now has rankings. Everyone
Information
has
overload.
Information overload.
Yes.
Everybody has these.
Football has become baseball.
It's this
a stats
rubrics
game.
of how you. It's DVOA. It's EPA.
Right.
It's IPA. No, that's not. Is it IPA? What's that? That's a beer.
That's a beer.
It's IPA too. They drunk. But it's. Everyone has these numbers. It's
Yak.
what he is. 2 minutes and 13 seconds of the second half of a game. Put your eyes on the game. Okay? At some point in time, you got to just say, all right, cool, I hear what the numbers say. Cool, I hear what does the game look like? Mac Jones is not on the same stratosphere with Dak Prescott. And I'm not saying that Dak is some elite, phenomenal, above all else quarterback. Mac Jones and Dak Prescott, I don't care what PFF says. If you called Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft today, what time is it? At 1:10 Central Standard Time, and said, I would like to do a quarterback swap with you, Mac Jones will have his house delivered to Dallas. That they would take that opportunity so fast.
He lives in a mobile home?
Nah, they'll put it. It'll become mobile. They'll put it on those big wheels and roll it across the country. It's not even close. It's not even close. Mac Jones wish he had the style, the numbers, the career that Dak Prescott has had thus far. And I know that he's only in a sample size of 3 years into his career, opposed to Dak being 8 years of career. It's not close. And to your point, will we continue to ask this question about where Dak is in comparison to whoever? Yes. And it's not Dak. It's going to be whoever is the quarterback of this football team who has not won a championship.
You were around when Troy was here. Would some of these same conversations be had when he was here?
Only his rookie year and part of his second year. But after that,
because he won.
Jimmy built a team and put a team around him, and then we got to see the fruits of that.
But everybody since
every
then,
quarterback. The problem you had was you had Danny Don Meredith, you had Roger Staubach, even Danny White to some degree. There's always been a quarterback that could carry the face of this franchise, and each one of them is judged off of Roger. Roger won, 2 Super Bowls? That's kind of hard. And then Troy came in 25 years later and run a couple of Super Bowls. So now that's hard.
A couple.
And even
Why you always try to downplay your success?
And then Tony, even though he didn't get as far as those two guys, people forget that him and Dak has about the same playoff record, but Tony was flashy. Tony was, wow, dazzling, even though he didn't have great playoff success. So it's always been a quarterback somewhere lurking, and that's what our fans, we going to believe that Tony was better than he was, or Danny White was better than he was. But the bottom line is this right here. Dak is a solid quarterback. Me and Jesse, and mostly Jesse, who was spoken on this when he was 105, Dak got some limitations. That's why you will hear me always say, give me the complete Dak. The Dak that'll take off with great instincts like he used to do his first 2 or 3 years. That is what he needs to do this week. If it's there to have 5 yards, 3 yards, go get the first down, Dak. Do what you normally do. But that's way in the rearview mirror.
And everybody forgets the years between Troy and Tony.
Thankfully they do.
Awful.
Right.
They should forget those years.
Remember that though, because that's how hard it is to find a quarterback. And for everybody that goes, you need to get rid of Dak. Okay, what's plan B?
There is no franchise. There's no franchise that has been as fortunate. I'm not even going to say lucky. Fortunate. Blessed.
Falling into situations. Yep.
Than the Dallas Cowboys have been in the last 15 to 20 years.
The only other is Green Bay. The only other.
Oh. But even Green Bay, Brett Favre was a first-round pick. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers was a first-round pick.
They drafted
those guys.
They traded for him, yeah.
Right, they traded for Brett, but he was still a high draft pick with the expectation of that you can play at a certain level.
Right.
Dak for the last 8 years, Tony for, 10 years, 11 years?
Yeah, 05. Yeah, about.
Golly, is
about
it been
10
that
years.
long?
So we're talking about 18 years of an undrafted free agent and a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
Neither one of these guys are supposed to be 10-year starting quarterbacks. They both turned into 10-year starting franchise quarterbacks. Have them wherever you want in the pantheon of quarterbacks. They were top 10 to 12 quarterback. They were the better half of the league That doesn't happen. The Cleveland Browns have spent
Oh, Lord. That's a long
60 draft picks, right? Like 60 years of draft picks trying to find a quarterback. They paid a guy who had 25 outstanding sexual assault alleged charges, $230 million guaranteed, trying to chase what this team has had in the last 18 years with a franchise quarterback. It just doesn't happen that way. There are teams upon teams upon teams who are. The Cardinals had a franchise quarterback, paid him money, and now are tanking for another one coming out of college this year. The Houston Texans.
And before that, they drafted what? Rosen? Was he the third
That's what
pick?
he's talking about. Rosen.
No, I'm talking about Kyler.
I'm talking about Kyler. I'm talking about before that.
But Rosen was the first one they
Yeah.
picked. That's what I thought you was talking about.
You see, like there is
Yeah.
teams give up a huge amount of assets and time and money and all to these because the quarterback is the most coveted position in this league. And then when you look at Super Bowl winning, the list is very short, guys. Brady, it's either Brady, a Manning, or Rodgers or Mahomes. Like in the last 20 years, you can sprinkle in another guy here and there, but the list is very short of guys that actually go and win the Super Bowl. In the last 20 years, the names have been very like it's been like Roethlisberger, it's been a Manning, it's been a Brady, a Rodgers, or Mahomes. Like that has been the majority of who won the Super Bowls. And there has been 200 quarterbacks that has come to this league. So
First round to free agent.
so understand, like San Francisco, they gave up the house.
Yes, sir. That's what
They
I was
mortgaged
waiting on.
the future on a guy to only realize he ain't the one. They gave Jimmy G money and opportunity to realize he ain't the one. So they found Mr. Irrelevant, the very last pick in the draft, to go, I think we
He
got
may be
something.
the one. Yeah.
So like this whole quarterback thing is it's a very delicate situation. You don't really know what you have until it's gone. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys have been extremely fortunate. Dak Prescott, he is not Patrick Mahomes. No, he is not Aaron Rodgers. No, he is not Joe Burrow. No, he is not whoever you want to name in that upper echelon of quarterbacks. He ain't a whole lot of other scrubs.
Nope.
Right.
He ain't a whole lot of other scrubs. So understand what you have, and I know what you want. You want a Super Bowl. I want a Super. We all collectively would like to have a Super Bowl.
Yes,
NFC
please.
championship.
We want a Super Bowl.
want
We don't
NFC.
want an NFC championship. We want a Super Bowl.
because that means you're going to the Super
You want a Super Bowl, don't you? You want a Super Bowl? Do you want?
Don't you have
Do
to
you
get to
want
the-
a Super Bowl?
Do you have
Right?
to get to the NFC
You want a
championship
Super Bowl.
game
You don't
first?
want an
Do
NFC
you have to
championship
get
game.
to the NFC championship
You want a
game
Super
first?
Bowl, right, ma'am?
You want to get to the
You
NFC
want a Super Bowl,
championship
right?
game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My guy.
Okay.
Super Bowl. All right. No one wants NFC
Don't
championship.
get it. Don't
You
get
want a
into
Super
the
Bowl.
NFC championship game, and you won't be in the Super Bowl.
What we
You'll
have to understand
you'll
is-
be watching.
what
And them
we-
blue shirts, like he got on the perfect shirt, and that's how it'll be stripes, like she in jail because you didn't get to the NFC championship.
We've been in jail for 27 years.
That's what I'm trying to tell you because you ain't been to an NFC championship
We
game.
won Super Bowls around
Yeah,
here.
get to the NFC championship
so
game.
appreciate. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to feel a kind of way about a quarterback and
Those
his
opinions
performance.
are like what?
Buttholes. Everybody got them, and they stink. Especially the ones that got a lot of gooch juice, got a gooch meat around it.
Speaking of that,
But-
Mac Jones.
Gooch juice. So understand, man. Like y'all want a different quarterback and all that kind of stuff, but quarterback just ain't you ain't going down to the local hardware store and getting the quarterback on aisle 7. It doesn't happen that way. At least you're competitive. At least you have the opportunity to say, you know what? We have a quarterback in place right now, and this is not me. This is not me being a Dak apologist. This is me being a rational, the voice of reason, thinker on this show and saying, you're in a good place, ladies and gentlemen. There's some things that Dak needs to improve on. There's some things that Dak needs to have around him to be successful. But look around the league. Mm-hmm. Teams are fighting to get what you have.
With this team, the way this team's built, with the pieces that are around him, it's debatable if your offensive line has to be healthy or not. But with this defense, I fully believe Dak can win you a Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to go out and win you a game when everything falls apart around him. He's got to have those pieces. But, like, for everybody that's like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And like Jesse said, they don't grow on trees. Like, what do you want to do? Get rid of them? Okay, then what? Like, if you want to start investing in draft picks and every year you roll the dice in the second, third, fourth, fifth round and grab a quarterback and hopefully he pans out, okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I just don't
the way
get
this fan base is. I mean, I thought it was funny. Was it yesterday or the day before? Suddenly, reporters are asking Mike McCarthy what Trey Lance is up to. It's just like, wow.
I've had people hit me up, go, what do you think about elevating him to? And I'm like, just calm down.
Yeah.
Like, let's, I mean, you know what? And they're having the same conversations in Buffalo about, last year Josh Allen was an elite quarterback, and now it's like, is he that good? And guess what? They win this week, and it's like, yeah, he's back. He didn't go anywhere.
You think the Jets don't want a Dak Prescott?
Yeah, right. Right.
You think the Jets wouldn't appreciate? You think Denver wouldn't appreciate Dak Prescott right about now? You think?
The NFL.
Do kids? Going along with you said, do young players? Because what sparked me, I used to be just going along. Then I went to the Super Bowl in Tampa when the New York Giants was playing Buffalo and they won it with a field goal in, and I saw the excitement in these players. And I told my mom and dad, I said, you know what? I'm going to give it all I got this offseason.
I want to do that.
I want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Do players have so much ignorancy, young players, they can't get film of these great players and prosper? I'm talking about quarterbacks. Is Zach Wilson, you got the world right there sitting in your...
Now, you know what's funny about young people in today's athletics?
We old men get off our...
Yes, absolutely. These young kids, they play the game. They don't study the game. There's a small majority that does. Most of these kids, like, as someone who's been around college and high school athletes, you ask them, like, hey, you ever heard of so-and-so? So they be like, who? I'm like, wait, you play the position and you never heard of the greats? Like, you've never, nah. They get on YouTube for a completely different reason than what you think they would get on YouTube for. So to say that, to answer your question, no. A lot of these kids don't. And they don't care to know. They don't care to know about the greats. They don't care to know about the foundation of, and it's not about being, get off my lawn, but it blows my mind that people will say that I love this game and I want to be a part of this game and this game is everything to me, and then
you don't know
nothing of it
and how it developed.
Nothing of
I
it.
even look at your fellow comrades that are playing. I just don't understand. I don't understand the Jets quarterback, Zach. I don't understand why he's not. You can say whatever you want, but why is he not advanced further than what he is 3 years into the league? Why he's not better?
My personal opinion is a lot of these guys have gotten off on just pure talent and skill set. And then when you run into, he's as skillful as me, that's the delineation. Like that, when you talk about how does so-and-so get to that level, because the league, everybody's talented, superb talent. This is the 1% of the 1%. Well, what makes him?
And you hear little stories about Brady like being psycho about little bitty things.
I was in the locker room.
And Manning doing psycho, like this guy's psycho.
I told y'all the story.
Yeah,
like he recorded. There was a camera dedicated every single day to Tom Brady that they shot him the back angle, all he wanted to look at was I wanted to see if my footwork was correct. I wanted to see if my head was looking off. If I was throwing left, did I look the safety off to the right? Did my feet match up with the route that we had listed on that play?
That's why
it's the small things. I remember being in there in the play that they ran with Wes Welker, where he threw it in the back and incomplete. I think it was in the Super Bowl, and they lost the game. When I got to the next offseason, they ran that same play. They ran it 4 times in a row. Josh McDaniels wanted to go, like, let's just move on. It's spring. Tom's like, we're going to run it again. And they messed it up. He said, we're going to run it again. And there was an argument between he and Josh McDaniels. And Tom said, this effing play cost us a Super Bowl. We are going to run it until we get it right. And I'm like, damn. And Josh McDaniels said, Run it again.
Good point. Go ahead.
And they ran it again. They ran it 2 more times
Yes,
until
Mr.
they
Brady.
got it right. Wow. It's those little things that most people would be like, all right, let's go to the next play. It's May. This doesn't make a difference. Tom's like, no. May's inconsistencies affect you in February.
Yes.
And that's what separates. That's why he is the GOAT and while others are just trying to middle around in this league and try to hold on. Because it's those small, yeah, everybody's talented. Can Zach Wilson throw the ball flat-footed 60 yards? Sure can. So can everybody else. But what separates you? Are you willing to sacrifice time out with your friends, the game, this, family, friends, to dive into being a film junkie, to being a student of the game, to being a student of your craft? A lot of these young players are not.
I just remember one time we was in practice, and it was a simple skinny slant where it ain't sharp. It was a little bit more, and Troy wanted it in a certain place, and Mike almost got there. And he walked up to Troy and said, we can't stop practice because Jimmy wasn't going to stop practice. He said, but man, I promise we're going to get it after practice. And like 10 times, they ran this 10 times after practice. Mike, like, you like it? He's like, I like it.
And they're famous for, it's called the Bang 8.
Yeah.
They're Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman, they have yellow jackets, gold jackets that they didn't pay for because of that route right there.
Yeah.
It was the Bang 8 post.
Yeah.
It's a five out, my fifth outside step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bah.
Yeah.
Ball's coming out. Mike's right there. You seen him. All the highlights. If you watch a Michael Irvin highlight, you're gonna see that Bang 8 post every single time.
Boy. We was in practice in Troy. Troy, it was hard to get him upset, but Mike, like, hey, we can't stop it, but. Bro, I promise you we'll get this out right.
All right, well, let's go to break and we'll talk about this.
We're late. Let's go to
all
break
good.
and we'll come back. Get off our lawn. We'll be right back.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, where we're brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Watch out, my boy Cooks.
And each and every day, our
Now
second
you looking at me
segment
crazy now, right?
is brought to you by blockchain.com. Yeah, no cookies today. We got it right. All right. Sorry, we got sidetracked there. We were supposed to be talking about the Patriots offense and the Cowboys defense, but I mean, 3 weeks in, and I've been getting it, so I know you guys.
No, say that part again. Say the first part of your sentence
3
again.
weeks in.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy moly. 3. Just 3 weeks in,
Calm
ladies
down.
and gentlemen.
Calm down.
Just 3 weeks in.
Calm down. All right. Thanks for that. Thanks for that stat, Kurt, because we wouldn't have gone down that road without that stat.
And just no, I mean, a lot of Pro Football Focus does a good job, but you take their. Some people don't like their grades. Take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But that was well said.
It was
well said,
interesting.
Jesse. Well said.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into. Let's go Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
I mean, you burned the tape from last week.
No,
I was
you
watching.
Don't burn it.
You learn from it.
You sit
call
down.
it out.
You sit down, and you call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Because go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say. Hopefully, that was an anomaly. Like that was just something that everybody lost their mind in the same game, and it's like, okay, that's not happening again. I hope.
I saw an interesting stat that I didn't put in the notes, so I wanted to get your
There you go, the
your
fourth
thoughts on
stat.
it. Yeah. The Cowboys are 4th in the league at stuffing the running back or for no gain or a loss, 4th overall.
Mm-hmm.
Once they get to the second level, they're 29th. So if they're getting past that defensive line, we're in trouble. Is that is that because when that happens, is the defensive line
Don't let the-
assignments? They're
Yes.
not- okay.
Yes.
Or is it
Yes.
is our linebackers?
Yes.
That when
Sweet,
you let
deep.
the deuce blocks, guys just slip up on your linebackers, you take away the play of your linebackers. This thing is predicated on one thing. What is your front four or five, depending on whether you're running a 4-man front, 3-man front, or a bear defense? Do you do your job up front? If you want technicians, I go back and get all of the Patriots, their 2 losses and their win last week. If you want to see how to stop the run, watch those guys stop the run. Yeah, they linebackers, Judon, Bentley, and the other kid, they don't get hung up and beat up. Even in losses, they don't get hung up and beat up like that. What we did to our linebackers was unfair last week. That's selfishness, man. That should never happen. Parsons should be leading that charge, man. Osa should be leading that charge. Jonathan Hanks, you've been around long enough. Y'all should be, hey, man, what we did was not nice. That was not fair play.
That was one of my other follow-up questions, I guess. And shout out to Casey Addison. He kind of, along the same lines, tweeted a question at us. But is Parsons, we all know his talent. He's rushing that quarterback. But is he keeping his assignments, or is he go quarterback go and don't worry about the rest?
A lot of people say he's earned that right, to do that, and that is all well and good if the defense is designed to be played that way. Like a lot of times Lawrence could do what he wanted when he wanted, but he knew and he had coverage. You always have to have somebody cover. Like if a corner say he gonna jump a route, he gonna tell his safety. He gonna just leave his safety out there. Hey, I'm gonna jump this route, man. You got to be coming now, because if I miss, you got to make the tackle. And a lot of times Lawrence would be coming inside. We couldn't tell when he was gonna blitz inside off of that 3-4 outside linebacker. But you notice when he banged into me and caught me off guard, that Leonard Marshall was looping back around outside. Make sure that if we run an outside play or if we roll it that way, he's covered. That is what these players did last week. They just said, man, I'm slanting and I'm going down in there. Well, you got to go down in there with a purpose. What if it's a run? You got a slant down in there for the pass. What if it's a run? Is that your right gap that you slanting to so you can protect yourself on the run? They left these linebackers hanging out, man, and you can't do that. I think Van Der Esch is a good enough tackler. I think Clark is a good enough tackler. But they, like most linebackers, want to come down here. If you look at Brantley, like you said, get all the guys with them single digits. They can tackle, bro, and they can thump.
Yeah.
Our linebackers are not thumpers. That's another reason why you say we're 29th. Our linebackers, and I thought Clark would be that guy, when they hit a guy, they stop. We hit a guy.
We're tacklers.
We tackle them and they get.
We're tacklers, not thumpers.
Yeah.
You got some guys who are just they bring the pads with them. The thing is, when you have Micah is so supremely talented, there are times where he goes off script and he wins, and there are times when he goes off script and he loses. The problem is, especially defensively, can't have 4 guys going on script.
Right.
Like I can't have Micah not containing, and then when he not containing, then I can't have Damone. I can't have Damone Clark sitting in there looking in there, ball going this way, you still looking this way. If he does something wild, I need at least the rest of the guys to be assignment sound.
Let me give you a picture of what Jesse's talking about. My boy went outside.
Who's my boy?
Parsons, the alien. He went outside. The defensive end slanted down inside. And here was Damone Clark just standing there. And here come number 45. Straight up the middle of the field. You done just left this man devoid, and here come a guard right before this guy. Perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There was a play. I think it was the Cardinals' first actual touchdown. And when you watch the play, literally you watch as this they're like double tight end to the right, which is the defense left.
Right.
And the play starts, and what you want for Damone Clark, like he at the time he's playing the will linebacker, so he's a scraper. Like at once everything happens, you want him to come finish and clean up the play. But the offensive line slants and they pull the backside guard and tackle, right? Slanted down, and you watch all the guys not reading their keys, they all go with the offensive line. So Hankins blocked. Whoever the next guy was blocked. Micah was out there. He's like trying to knife it. But now it's counter coming back the other way. So you're going inside. They all blocked you. 2 big dogs are coming around. The first guy that comes around, he's going to take on whatever color shows first.
Right.
That tackle comes around and he cleans up everything else. Well, Damone Clark is standing in the middle. Everyone's blocked down. He's standing there. The ball's beginning to move this way. By the time he turns and go, it's too late, buddy. Those two, that guard, that tackle is coming.
They're wiping you out.
You're finished. You're not going to make that play. And literally, and they had Kershaw standing outside. It was done deal. It was done deal. And you just can't have a guy like this just not where he's supposed to be. Guys taking the cheese, not reading their keys. When you have that many guys do the wrong thing, you're bound. When you add bad eyes, bad alignment, bad energy and effort, you can't play defense that way.
You know what's so funny? And this is what we both know, me and Jess, and y'all, we're going to tell y'all maybe 100 more times. Safeties love to tackle when they're help. What I mean by that, when they're not, if it's on them, if they can catch a running back jumping out after he done missed it, he come and wipe him out. Yeah. But if it's on them and that line and that running back square them shoulders up and say me and you, now all of a sudden we gotta catch it.
What was that drill? Oklahoma drill?
Yeah, you don't want no parts of that.
Yeah. Safety's the one. All right, let's get back on the schedule. Let's take our last break. When we come back, we'll talk some more football. Cowboys versus Patriots on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Get Off My Lawn, Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the official dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. I saw the SUV out there on my way.
You saw it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's
Who got
pretty.
an SUV?
It's very colorful. Jigsaw. The Jigsaw.
Oh, okay. I thought it just had, frugal Jess.
No,
had, found somebody on bad times and bought the.
All right, Kurt, we got 4 minutes left. Where do you want to take it? We didn't get to very many of your points today.
No, that's fine.
Where do you want to go?
Sure. Well, I mean, we're still talking. Is anybody on that Patriots offense that worries you?
Hunter Henry.
They throw a lot to their tight ends.
Yeah, Hunter Henry and their their running backs. Their running backs. Their offensive line is good. It's solid, and they know what they want to do.
Who are their running backs?
I'm not mentioning his name because they finna get this dude a celebration. You get rid of this dude to give him a celebration? Come on, man.
I didn't say a celebration.
Yeah.
Just a hat,
man, we showed off love.
Just a hat tip.
Come on,
just
man.
A little tip of the hat.
Man, that's a big hat. You see how big this kid head is?
You're missing that on that field.
Does that circus worry you at all? I mean, the fans are going to be cheering.
Stop that, man.
Dude, when he touches the ball the first time, that whole stadium is going to.
Yeah,
Please
so?
don't let it be a first down. Please don't let it be a first down.
I think the fans love it.
No.
I do.
Man.
The first time. Then when he runs all over him.
He's not going to run all over us. Don't speak that into existence.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you worried about anybody? That's a no.
You don't think Juice gonna get him?
Who?
Juice.
Who Juice?
I ain't finna call
Booty Juice.
Juice. Come on.
Yeah, no.
You don't think Juice gonna get him?
No. Like
every week we're gonna have a Juice player. Jess gonna name us a juice player.
And then he's gonna go off.
Yeah,
There's old Booty Juice Dobbs, 49 yards right down the side of the field. Oh, my
Juice.
goodness.
No, I mean Mac Jones is.
Don't say it.
Juice.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say it.
Don't put that.
Don't do it 2 weeks in a row.
Jesse Holly, Booty Juice player of the year.
I like that. Can I get a sponsor? Can we get a booty? Yeah. Can we get a Booty Juice sponsor?
Go to DraftKings and take the over. Whatever the yards are on the over on the Booty Juice player of the week, take it.
Can we get
a plumbing company?
Like Deja Vu. Can we get a plumbing company? Can we get a plumbing company?
Stop the runs.
Yeah, stop the runs. Booty Juice player of the week.
Yeah, wow. Juice.
Give us one name offensively and one name. Well, Judon obviously on the defense, but give us one name. I always like when you guys on the show call out like watch this guy. Watch this guy. Ramondre
Stevens, their running back.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer that Bill and whoever's calling the offense, they're gonna check. They're gonna check and make sure. And
see if you did fix it.
If you fixed it.
Yeah.
And for the Cowboys, it wasn't necessarily A and B gaps where they got the runs. It was off the edge. And it's
bad when you run it out of all the gaps. When all your gaps are runny. That's a bad day at the office.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of trips to the...
So, Ramondre, if there's one that worries me on offense, it's Ramondre. He's a hard runner. He's one that you're gonna have to bring your pads. This can't be.
I hadn't heard a lot about him.
Pretty big.
He's thick. Yeah, he's a thick running back. Like him and Zeke are kind of similar in their build. Mm-hmm. Thick running back, hard runner. They some people like to go kind of thunder and lightning, or kind of like someone to tenderize the defense, and someone.
They got thunder.
They got two. They got just two thumpers. They got two thumpers that they want to just wear you down all game. Defensively, I'm gonna say Jabril Peppers. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. because of his versatility, he's going to play back in coverage. He's going to blitz. He's going to play the buck or the star position that they play. Like
is he related to Julius
Peppers?
Yeah,
that's a good question. I don't know.
Play the same position, don't they?
No. Julius Peppers played defensive end.
Yeah,
what's this guy play?
He plays safety.
Oh, my bad.
From Michigan.
I thought he was an end for some reason.
No.
Okay.
He was a Michigan.
Those are your two. Who are your two guys?
And I knew I was supposed to have just two guys, but all the tight ends.
They're not related.
Yeah, all the tight ends for.
Because they spread it around to those.
Yes,
Jabril Cox is from my neck of the woods, though. He's a Jersey kid.
Oh, yeah.
Jabril Cox?
Yeah. Jabril. Sorry, golly. Jabril Peppers. Jabril Cox, I don't know where he's from. Jabril Peppers.
All the tight ends.
All the tight ends?
Yes,
what
sir.
about on defense?
On defense?
Red sleeves?
No, that guy's hurt. His name is Daniel.
Ukulele.
Yeah, sir, don't. You are hurt, and I'm glad you're not playing. I'm serious. If we have backup anywhere in the interior, this guy will wreck it. I'm glad he's not playing.
So he's not. Judon's out.
Good. No.
Judon's
in.
Yeah, we know Judon is our defensive guy, but I'm saying if 95 was there.
Good news for the Cowboys, though. Tyler Biotish and Zach Martin were in pads today.
Oh, good.
Practicing
Because they were out yesterday.
Now, fingers crossed, because the last couple of Thursdays we've been getting all the injuries. So we're going to, fingers crossed, by the time our show is over, we don't hear later on.
Oh, and
someone's
on the injury report yesterday. Was it CD and DeMarcus?
Yeah, that was veteran rest day. Yeah,
so nothing to worry about
veteran rest day.
What?
Yeah. Just hey,
After we got whooped like that, I mean, you didn't play a lot of plays.
Veteran rest day. That's what they.
Man, I love all these guys, man, but you didn't.
Veteran rest day.
You didn't play a lot of plays.
We got to go.
Veteran rest day.
Call us tomorrow, 888-855-2297. Enjoyed it, fellas.
Man, tell CD call me, man. Let me see what's wrong with CD.
Good seeing you, Nate. Good seeing you,
CD,
Jesse.
you didn't practice.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Jazz, thanks for keeping Chris company. We'll be back tomorrow, same time,
Jazz,
same
respond quick
place
when I call.
On Hangin' with the Boys. See ya.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?